right. Well, we will go ahead and get started. Not waste any more time. I'd like to welcome world number one, Scottie Scheffler. Scottie, thanks for joining us for a few minutes prior to the start of the 2024 American Express. I think I heard you say you're starting out over on this way today, practice?
Yeah, I'm practicing over here, but playing La Quinta tomorrow, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, just a few thoughts on being back here, kind of getting the things underway.
Yeah, it's good. Nice to be here this week. Obviously, the weather's really good. It's a great place to kind of get some work in, kind of get the season started. Kapalua is a great, fun event, but you don't really get a good feel for where your game's at. You're kind of playing on the side of a volcano, basically, and it's wind's blowing hard, and it's a different type of golf course than we play most of the year. So come here to the desert. There's not many conditions, and you kind of get a really good gauge of where my game's at going into the rest of the year.
Okay, I've got one write-in question, then we'll take some questions from Larry. In a three-course rotation like this, how do you kind of adjust your mindset in your game to play accordingly to those courses each day?
Well, I just have a strategy, going playing each course. It's not overly complicated. I'm just trying to hit fairways and greens and get a lot of looks, and most of it's just adjusting to the speed of the greens. Outside of that, maybe a little bit of, bunker sand type stuff, but for the most part, it's just speed of the greens, getting adjusted to it, and just being prepared to go out and play.
Okay, well, with that, we'll jump in with Larry.
Kapalua is a place where you've got to go low. This is traditionally a place where you've got to go low. Is that something you're comfortable with early in the year, having to go out and make birdies and a few eagles?
Yeah, usually at the beginning of the year, I'm excited to go out and make birdies, not bogeys. So it's nice coming to tournaments where you got to make birdies. But no, I mean, just like any golf course, you got to be precise. And I feel like on the easier courses on tour, you can't really get behind, just because it's so much harder to catch up. Like if you look at a U.S. Open golf course, you can still shoot really low scores, but if you start falling behind, you can only shoot so low on a golf course. And if guys are shooting 64s every day, you can only shoot so much lower than that. And whereas the average score is, low 70s, you can still kind of get those crazy low numbers every now and then. So there's always hope. But here you can't really get caught too far behind, so you got to hit the ground running, tomorrow and, start making birdies early.
And, well, you can make birdies on those greens at La Quinta, right?
You're supposed to.
This is the fifth straight year you've been here. You've had a couple of pretty good finishes. Is it just that the weather's good, the courses are in great shape, or is there something about these courses that fits you?
Well, I played here my rookie year. I started here instead of Sony. I wasn't in Kapalua my rookie year, and so I decided to start here, and I just really enjoyed coming to the desert and just playing some golf. And it's a great place to practice and prepare, and the event's fun. The pro-am aspect is fun. I've had some good partners over the years that I've enjoyed playing with, and it's just a fun event for us to come play and compete. And yeah, like you said, the golf course is always in great shape. The weather's usually typically pretty good, and it's a fun week to kind of start the year.
And the 3 guaranteed rounds is kind of a help too.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think it was maybe 2 years ago here. I think this tournament kind of helped jumpstart me for the rest of the season. I think I was outside the cut line by maybe 3 shots with 3 holes to go over on Stadium course, and I chipped in for eagle on 16 and made like a 30-footer for birdie on 18 to make the cut on the number. And then I went out on Sunday and had a really good round. I finished 20th or 25th, something like that. And then after that, it kind of jump-started the rest of my year. I think I played Torrey the next week, and then I won in Phoenix a couple weeks after that, and kind of started my run there in 22. So yeah, like I said, it's a good gauge. It's a good practice week. It's a fun event to come play and compete. And it's like 10 degrees where I live right now, so it's kind of nice being out here.
Hi, Scottie. You always make a push to come out here to the desert, but some people don't. Is it something special here? Is the environment different as well? Just out here being in the desert, 3 different golf courses, and then you're playing with amateurs as well, but you're still able to focus. I mean, do you like the environment out here in the desert? Is what I'm trying to ask. Yeah.
I think it's a really relaxed event. I think the crowds are actually pretty good size, for being spread around 3 courses. So. Yeah, like I said, it's a fun event to play for that reason. I've had some amateur partners over the years that I've enjoyed spending time with on the golf course, and I think it's a little bit different than Pebble, where you're not playing with one amateur each. Like, you don't have a set amateur partner, so the kind of mixing makes it a little bit less serious, I think, for the amateurs, because when you're just 2 partners, it feels like more of a team thing, but then you kind of trade each day. And so the amateurs here are really just, trying to hang out and have fun. And, yeah, I think it's just a little bit of a different aspect to it. It's not anything wrong with the other way, but this way's fun too. And like I said, it's a relaxed tournament. The crowds are really nice. And yeah, it's fun to play.
Larry?
You come into the year, you're not the number one player in the world. Everybody knows you're the number one player in the world. Everybody wants to talk to you like we do. Thanks for coming in, by the way. Do you think about that, or do you just think about the regular kind of goals that you would have for a year coming in, whether you were first or fifth in the world, or 25th?
Yeah, wherever I sit at in the world rankings doesn't really affect how I'm going to play this week. Still going out and trying to play good and win the tournament. I feel like I harp on preparation a lot, and so when I show up to tournaments, I want to be as prepared as possible, so that when I step up on the first tee, I just have a little conversation with myself that I did everything that I could do to play good this week. I'm prepared. I'm going to have a good attitude, and then I'm just going to go out there and have fun and compete. And for me, it's all about the preparation, because then I can let go of the results. And if I show up to a tournament ready to play and I don't play, as I hope to, that's okay. I did what I was supposed to do in order to play well. It just didn't happen that week. And then, some weeks you show up prepared and you play great. But for me, it's all about preparation, and I don't really pay attention to the world rankings too much. It doesn't really give me any extra strokes or anything like that this week.
One more, and this is the only thing I'll mention about it, and I'll make it soft. There's so much noise around the game these days. Is it hard to prepare? Is it hard to get ready to play or focus on playing? Or is once you get on the first tee, all that stuff disappears?
Yeah, I think once I get out to the golf course, and especially when I'm at home, I play with the same guys every week at home, and so it's not really a big topic of discussion for us in our day-to-day lives. I think at night sometimes when we're going out to dinner and stuff like that with the guys out here, conversations are a bit different than they have been in the past, but that's just because we got some stuff we need to figure out. But as far as the preparation goes, no, it's not overly difficult. I mean, when I go out there to practice, I'm trying to get my work in, and I wouldn't say that's a distraction for me.
All right, everybody good? All right. Well, Scottie, thank you for your time. We always do appreciate it.
All right, thanks, y'all.
Thank you. We just got a quick hit.